Hey guys, this is World Traveling Udon Maker. My name is John. I have been traveling around the world for more than 3 years, and every time I visit new country, I was cooking this type of noodle called udon from Japan by visiting someone's house or restaurant or hotels. Anyways, kitchen facility basically. I have traveled to more than 70 countries in my life, and in 20 countries out of 70, I was cooking this udon, and more than thousands of people had my udon there. So today I want to talk about my experience in Ethiopia in Africa. In the last episode, I talked about how I got to this village of ethnic minority group of Ethiopia, but I couldn't get to the end of the story, so I'll continue and finish the whole story. In the end, I got to see this very interesting, unique ceremony done by these tribes. So the story gets more interesting from here, even more interesting. So just please keep on listening. And yes, so just let me talk about the story till the end. That day when I arrived to the place with plenty of different type of ethnic minority groups live in, I was looking for an accommodation because obviously there is no online booking system or anything like that in this kind of small village. So I was looking for my bed. But I was walking in a village and I was trying to ask if there was any availability, but there was no. It was every hotel was. No, I mean every like small hostels were booked out. So I was walking no in this village, like knowing where to go. I didn't know about this village at all. So in the middle of the night, I was looking for accommodation and I was wandering around. And one Ethiopian person, found me, who could speak English, and he was very nice guy because I couldn't find a place to sleep. He invited me to his property and he showed me a room where there was one man was sleeping there, but he showed me this extra bed he had, and I was able to sleep there. So anyway, after I left this small village, I went to even smaller village where these ethnic groups were actually living in, and one interesting thing that happened was on that day. Fortunately, there was a ceremony going on, and I don't know if it's the real one or if it's something touristic, but was lucky enough to be able to actually encounter and see this ceremony right in front of me, and that was very interesting because so what this ceremony is about is it was about something like a coming of age ceremony, which is when young boys or girls get mature enough, about 20 years old or something. This ceremony was happening, and what they do is very very special. And for women, when the girls become adult and become women, what happens is men in this village have the whip in his hand and use this whip to beat this woman. When he beats a woman, obviously he goes really really hard, so the woman starts to bleed. Not in her face, but on her back. So when he beats, the woman should not say anything. If the woman start screaming or start saying that it hurts, that doesn't show her maturity. So she's supposed to be quiet, keep the silence. And for men, what happens is it's very strange situation. So I need to explain this, but what they do is they prepare 4 or 5 cows in a row in a place with no other things, and people like us are watching from outside of the area. And what they do is this boy who is reaching maturity takes off everything, no clothes on, literally naked, and he jumps onto the cows and start running every cow's back and try to get to the end, try to reach the ground again. I'm hoping I'm explaining it well and hope you can understand what I'm trying to say here. But so there are 4 or 5 cows in a row, and the boy jumps onto the cow, onto the back of the cow, and start running on the cows, fully naked. So when the boy reaches the ground, on the other hand side, he tries to go on the back of the cow again from the other side and run on the back of the cows again, and he does that for a few times. And if he could reach the ground like this on the back of the cows and run on the back of the cows, if he could do it 2 or 3 times, that shows his maturity. Now he's not a boy, he's a man. So it's very difficult to explain just by words, because it's not something that happens in anywhere in the world. So I wrote a blog with some photos about this. So maybe if you could visually see it, I think it's much more easy for you to understand. So please check the description section below. So you might think what I just said, this something that happened in front of me, sounds like a joke, but it's really not. For them, it's very important ceremony to celebrate the maturity of people, and that's what happened. For me, it was very shocking, but it was a very great experience. I've traveled to more than 70 countries, like I said, but in any other countries, you won't be able to see something like this. After this ceremony, I was very surprised of something that happened afterwards. I was with these people from this ethnic minority group, and there was a river which doesn't look that clean. It was brown, and the water was not clear, but he had this empty water bottle, and he got this brown water into the water bottle, and he started drinking. So for them, this brown colored water was a drinking water. So I was very surprised, because I knew that there are some constructions going on around this area, because some companies are trying to explore this land here. So you never know what kind of things are in this brown water, and there could be some chemicals or something that could be harmful for people in there, but they were drinking. And as I travel around, I need to be careful with what kind of things you consume. So I'm used to be traveling around, so I've had many different kind of things that you would never have. I've had some raw stuff. I've had insects. I've had water from the sink too. And sometimes I was okay, sometimes I was not okay. But I would never be able to try this brown water. Even me, I would not be able to do that. So I would like to finish for today. If you have some topics you want me to talk about, please leave a comment on the comment section. See you next time.